Okay, hey my loves, what's going on? Wait a minute, I didn't say it my regular way. Hey y'all, what's going on? Okay, so if you're on the Much Love Facebook page, and I think that page, I might have shared it on Twitter as well. Anyway, so I had to go. Remember I said in my video something had bit me. I thought something bit me. My arm was bothering me or whatever. And I wasn't sure what it was at first. I thought it could have been something that bit me. I could have been a boil or something. Anyway, turns out that it was a funky ass motherfucking spider that had bit my ass. And y'all get this shit. The motherfucker apparently is not like, I guess, an indigenous to the United States or whatever. The doctor seems to think that because she asked me had I been out of the country, and I said no, and she was like, we narrowed it down to I received packages, maybe it was in that, and it didn't necessarily have to be my package. My package could have been next to somebody else's, however the fuck. So, at any rate, if you're on the Much Love from Nina page, you can go back. It's 2 live videos I done while I was at the hospital. I don't want y'all to think that I'm leaving y'all in the lurch, but I really am in quite a bit of pain. Really. So, first things first, when I got on the damn live, I got on to say, look at that damn, you know how they have them cover things on the bed, the sheet? Well, the motherfucker looked like somebody's ass had been on it, and I just wasn't going to get on it because it didn't look like it was clean. That kind of started it, and I was saying, where I was at and what was going on. And I'm very thankful for my loves that were on that live that may have been in the medical field or whatever. I had some input on it because it was really, 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 and still am really nervous about it. So when she looked at it, she said, yeah, that looks like you was bit. It looks like a spider bite. And of course, I'm thinking, okay, well, because when I first felt it, I thought it could have been a bite. I don't remember getting bit. I don't remember feeling the pain of it. I just remember noticing this bump, and it was a little sore, whatever, and itchy around. But then the day I went to lunch with Miss Deshay, and, well, Kiana, whichever one y'all want to say. I say Miss Deshay because that's always. She came here to Kentucky, and she and I went to lunch, and I told my mother earlier my arm is sore. I don't know what's going on, and I felt it, and it was hot and all hard, and the pulse was big and shit, and so it was just like it just blew up, and how could I not notice that? And it just, the pain was like going from the top of my shoulder down to my fingertips, all the way down the whole arm. Well, I went and it was hot, so I put ice on it. Maybe I need to put ice on it. Did that, and, thought maybe it'd go down in a few days. The pain got worse and worse, and it got hotter, and then I got a fever. So, okay, now it's time to go. So I took my ass, and she looked at it, and she said, y'all, I'm going to need y'all to brace yourselves. Because I know if y'all been with me for a while, Much Love like the whole food when she said this. She said, she said, I can't, it's so hard around it that I can't lance it or cut it. The skin around it was just super hard, and like the pores were blew up. It was red. It was just, ugh. She said, but I can get in this, the soft core part with the needle, whatever, to see what's in it, relieve some of the pressure there, and to make sure there was no eggs in it. Now, bitch, this was when I lost my ever-loving mind. And I said, what? Who? What you mean eggs? And she said some spiders and some insects can lay. I said, you know what? I just ain't, I'm going to need you. I said, what the fuck do you mean? And y'all, I had just lost my mind. And I was so motherfucking over it and livid to the point where, and she said, well, she basically was like, calm down. Like, you ain't gonna hit me or nothing. Y'all, I lost my mind. No. And She said, I'm going to give you some morphine for the pain and kind of relax you while I do this. Kind of like a twilight. And she got in there. She checked, no eggs. They did all of that. There was no eggs, and I was thankful. And I said, now don't let me hurt nothing in my motherfucking head, scratching and picking and shit. And y'all, oh Lord, I just can't think about it. That just kills me, y'all. And I keep thinking, listen, y'all, I have never wanted to, now follow me when I say this, I have never wanted to be out in the public and scratch my coochie, ass, and everything at the same time than I did when she said that let me make sure ain't no eggs in it. Y'all, every motherfucking thing I had start itching. My motherfucking teeth was itching, my eyeballs, everything I had, coochie, booty, legs, arms, every motherfucking thing I had was itching like, oh, Jesus, it's on me. Oh, Lord Jesus. Anyway, so she pulls out the fucking fang. The fang, y'all. The motherfucker left the fang and it had kind of embedded around the swollen meat or whatever. And she showed it to me. She took a culture so that she could find out what exactly it was. And of course, they were checking to make sure, it wasn't in my bloodstream and this, that, and the third. So they gave me some really, really strong antibiotics. And, child, let me tell y'all something. And some damn Percocet now. Much love don't do well with pain medicine and stuff like that. That kind of shit that makes you loopy, because I hallucinate and shit like that. I get to seeing shit and shit is on me, and I'm just not that bitch. I can't handle it. Some people can, I can't. Now weed, okay, but motherfucking opiates and any of those narcolettes and whatever the fuck they call them, it just does not vote well with me. So the first shot of morphine she gave me had me just all kinds of wrong, honey, wondering if it was 2 or 3 of her, whatever. She gave me another shot before I left because, of course, I had a ride. I was with my family. I was going to be okay, just to carry me over until I could get my prescription. So I'm taking antibiotics and shit. Instantly when she says antibiotics, and then I have 2 of them, it's like, okay, I'm going to need a prescription for some monostat. Bitch, I'm going to need that 8 days if need be. She was like, well, don't, we'll cross that bridge when you get there, blah, blah, blah. Your primary care can do that. And, you can always buy that over the counter. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I know that. Anyway, so needless to say, this is really the main reason why I haven't been on. Like, my arm is still swollen. It's, there's a lot of pain and all of that. And I'm just, I'm really over the fact, this of course can happen to anybody, but Brittany was like, Mama, you always say, and if it's going to happen, it can happen to you. And she said, I'm beginning to believe that. I don't know why she didn't in the first place. And it's just, of course, it's just another bump in the road or whatever. And I will shake him off as I have shaked others off. Things, obstacles has been in the way. But I'm like, really? A fucking spider and bitch? A possibility of an egg? The fuck? I ain't even that bitch that can deal with that shit. Also, this motherfucker, listen, y'all, when we went in to go get my prescriptions at Walgreens, first of all, my dad's laughing at me the whole damn time because I don't care what the fuck happened. My dad's gonna be there, and my mom. But like I said before, usually, my mother say, now let me know what's going on when you get there, and then I'll be on my way. And let's see, when she comes, that's the big guns, And so, when they bring me home, he said, what did they give you? And why you, he knew they gave me something and laughed at my ass, honey. I promise y'all, them videos that y'all see on Facebook where them kids done had their teeth removed and wake up and be loopy, that is motherfucking me. Trust me, with my grown ass. We get in there, we waiting on our shit, and I'm saying, this is my prescription and what I have and all this, that, and the third. And I swear the woman, I thought she said something else. And I just looked at her and said, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why you can't understand what I'm saying? But apparently I wasn't saying regular words. Technically, it was me speaking gibberish. So I probably just stood up and said blah, 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 blah. Like, seriously, y'all, legitimately. But I am asking her what the fuck is wrong with her. Jesus. Needless to say, I apologize. We apologized once it was, once they were able to get through my head that the shit I said was not even English language. Then after we get that, I want to have like a ginger ale or something. And I look over at the fucking freezer in the Walgreens and somebody was back there, and I went plumb crazy and said, what the fuck are they doing back there walking on these people's food, and how in the fuck did you get in there? So, of course, they had to explain to me, they go behind there and fill it up. And I said, I'm like, what? Where the door at? Just, how do you get through here with all these things? Said, y'all just a complete fool. Honey, they don't even bother trying to talk to me before, after I'm doing, if I've had the pain medicine. I just don't do well with that. So I say all that to say this. I'm thinking it's slowly but surely going down, but it is still quite a bit of pain. And like I said again, and I also posted a picture of it over on the Much Love Facebook page. I know today is the underground, and if I'm able to do the underground video, and I had one love when I put up my last little comforter chronicle that was like, well, I ain't here just to look at no pillows. Look, I done said it before. Sometimes I can't hop on the camera, but you can hear me. I get y'all want to see me, and I get that, and I do appreciate that y'all do want to. But sometimes I can't do nothing but that. Sometimes I can't. And this is one of those times. I'm definitely going to miss being able to really come on and express my feelings about the underground. And I really don't want to watch it, but I'm going to watch Cookie come back. I do want to talk about love and hip hop and that whole motherfucking sister wife situation that went on between these new motherfuckers, because that needs to be, I need to reach across the aisle on them hoes. But I just kind of want to be it myself. So if I do a video and I come on and I'm not on, I'm trying to come on it at the very least, and at least talk to y'all, let y'all know what's going on, And so we're going to watch this. Hopefully they won't have to, do surgery, dig in it. I have to do wound care and wound vac and all of that shit. And most of all, I don't want this infection to be, and y'all, wait a minute. Not only am I infected from the spider bite, my ass, and I'm serious when I tell y'all this, the motherfucker got cellulitis around the bite. So hence double infection. Like, y'all, I can't make this shit up. And if you go to the page, and the link is always in the info box, you'll see that fucking picture in them videos. Like, Lord Jesus, and it's just wearing me out. So I'm going to say, as usual, it seems like I'm always asking y'all to say a prayer for me. And more than anything, I want y'all to continue to pray for my parents and things. And if you get a minute, and even before that, please, y'all know we lost Auntie Fee. And that's a grave loss to the YouTube community. And I pray that you all will pray for her family, her son, to hold them up in this time of grieving. And if you get a moment to take my name to the throne, I appreciate it. But y'all, please be sure to do that. Pray for Auntie Fee's son and her family. I just am devastated. May you rest, my sister. You done it your way. It was the best way, and I loved it. Unapologetically herself. Not succumbing to what people deem to be the way you should be or whatever. Her being unapologetically herself, which is what the fuck I am. So, of course, I could appreciate her. And she will be missed. With that said, y'all, I'm off of here. Much love. Let me also say, if you haven't got any SCENTSY, brighten up my day and get you some SCENTSY, baby. The link is in the box. Let me get off here because I sound weird because I had the pain medicine and I don't want to be on this motherfucker going spaghetti, lap dogs, ribble pudding, and all of that because I don't know what the hell will come out. And these motherfucking antibiotics is giving me bad dreams or some shit. Not to mention, bitch, before I get off this motherfucker, I done said about, when you take antibiotics. Well, honey, my motherfucking, she put in a call to me and was like, bitch, you better get it the fuck together. Because I'm feeling a little weird down here and I will tear your ass up. So get that hoe together because that bitch runs the show. Anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. Much love. I will, be doing my underground. But if I'm not on camera, please bear with me. But I do respect the fact if you say, look, I come to see you. I get that. So anywho, y'all, I'm out of here. Much love. Bye.